Take the time to examine yourself to see if you are in fact walking with the Lord. 1 John chapter 3, I was reading it this morning, and as I have multiple times, and I keep coming back to these passages because my heart's really heavy for people that I know that I just wonder, are they really saved? And, God is the ultimate judge, and He will judge each and every one of us according to our deeds. And even as a born-again believer, I will be judged by God. Not in that if I'm saved or not, but according to what I have done or what I have not done as a Christian in what He's given me, in my talents, the things that I have that really don't belong to me. They're His, and I'm just a steward, a manager of what He's given me. Time, relationships, everything under the sun. And so what I'm getting at is, and please don't click off of this video. This is really important for each and every one of us. And my heart's heavy for those who profess to be a Christian, but they remain in their sin. Maybe the sin of fornication. Living with someone else that outside of marriage, and being unequally yoked, living with an unbeliever. And I just, in my mind, I wrestle with these things. How can that be? And I don't know. Only the Lord knows. And so 1 John chapter 3, it talks about, those who make a practice of sin are of the devil. And that's what 1 John talks about. No one born of God makes a practice of sinning, for God's seed abides in him. That's His Spirit. And he cannot keep on sinning because he was born of God. And he cannot keep on sinning. He cannot remain as sin. As Christians, we sin. But we can confess it to Him and be cleansed of that unrighteousness and then keep moving. And we do that continually each day because we do sin, and we're imperfect in the flesh, and the sin is always going to be there in us. We're in a sinful body, and yet we are born again. And so 1 John 3:6 says, no one who abides in Him keeps on sinning, and no one who keeps on sinning has either seen Him or known Him. That's heavy. Do you know Him? And if you're living in a sin, maybe in a continual state of hating someone in your heart, maybe it's fornication, living with someone outside of marriage. Maybe it's maybe it's heavy drinking. Now, I don't know. It's a mystery. Am I saying that someone who heavily drinks is not saved? I'm not the judge of that. God is. But I'm just here to rattle your cage, if you will, and exhort you to examine yourself. And if you're in one of these sins that you continue in, you have to ask the question, where do you stand before Almighty God? And so this is just a quick exhortation to examine yourself to see if you are in fact in the faith. And take the time to read 1 John. 1 through 5, chapters 1 through 5. But I'm highlighting chapter 3 because it really hit me between the eyes to not questioning my salvation. I know I'm saved. And yes, I've had wrestled with that in the past. But I know I'm secure in the Lord. And so if you know of anybody like that, as I do, and question, are they really saved? Where's the fruit? I don't know. Only the Lord knows. And so the point I'm making is, first, examine yourself. And second, if you know you're saved, pray for those loved ones, friends, even maybe an acquaintance. And God's laid on your heart to pray for that person, or you question their salvation. Well, that's you questioning it is the evidence that God's put it on your heart. Don't write it off. Pray for that person. And don't give up on that person. Or maybe it's more than one person. And God will do the work. And He will deal with that person as He knows how to. So thank you for watching this video and taking the time. Until next time, God bless.